Technology is a big part of our everyday lives. I know I find myself relying on things like my iPad for so many things.
And now our hearing experts at Kaczmarski Hearing Services are using that kind of technology to help their patients hear better.
Today, Dr. Terry Alsam is here to talk about a special app, an iPad app for helping us hear better. Explain.
Yeah, that's right. It's basically to help us tune people's hearing aids a little bit better. The sound quality that we get from hearing aids is very good. We're trying to make speech audible, but within that, there are a lot of different complaints about how the hearing aids sound. Because what we need to do is we need to get things audible, but then tune it so that it's acceptable as far as what they sound like to each individual person.
Right. So Terry, explain, is this something that people would do right in your office?
Yeah.
How does this work?
The app that's on the iPad is actually just an interface to the main programming software. Okay, so it doesn't run independently, but it's something that would hook up to our computers and to the person's hearing aids, and they would be able to press on and drag their finger along, and in the meantime they're listening to a recorded speech, and they're moving this along, and the sound quality is changing. You can change the treble and the bass of your stereo. It's the same type of thing, except it's working along a lot more parameters than just treble and bass. So the person's dragging while they're listening to the recorded speech, and when it sounds good, they'll press on it, and they'll have a different, they're basically putting little push pins on there. Then they can go back and forth between the push pins and hear what they chose, okay?
Interesting.
And they can keep going. They can make, almost as many push pins as they want, and then they can decide which one is their favorite, and that will put a star on it. In the meantime, on our programming software, we're seeing the actual changes in the different parameters that the hearing aid is actually making, okay? So we can kind of start within a certain area, which is good for the patient, but then they've kind of got the driver's seat as far as how the sound quality is best for them.
It really sounds like what you're able to do is custom design not only the earpiece and the fit for physically how it is, but the operation for each individual person.
Right.
Which has got to be an important part of helping someone hear better.
It is, and we can do that, without an app, but an app really helps put them in the driver's seat, So we're doing that already anyway, but when they have something like this where they can choose, it gets the patient more involved. And healthcare literature really says, when the patient's involved in the decision-making process, their perceived benefit is much higher. So they're doing much better just because they had some input.
Yeah, I love the use of this technology, but in what you do, technology is what it's all about. For people that think that hearing aids are like they were 20 years ago, you really have a different story to tell.
They're much different, yes. Hearing aids these days can connect wirelessly to a lot of different things, so the biggest thing for most people is cell phone and TV. But I have a gentleman who loves to connect to his iPad, so he connects wirelessly to his iPad, and he can do things like listen to Pandora, or there's another app that goes through different radio stations, and he likes to listen to a radio station from Russia. He says, I can't understand what they're saying, but it's from Russia. So,
I mean, life transforming it. I mean, it really sounds like what you've done is given people a full quality of life by using this kind of technology.
Yeah, they are very much enjoying being connected to not only the people in their lives, but to a lot of the technology that's out there as well.
Yeah, another side of the technology is I'm amazed at how you can hide these devices, that some of them are so tiny you don't even know that somebody is wearing a hearing device. You have an opportunity for people to come in and see the variety of different types and learn more in general.
Right. We have an open house starting tomorrow and running through the rest of this week, and it's by appointment, but we are showing different levels of technology, different styles of technology, and an opportunity for people to come in and ask questions and have some questions answered.
You have 5 great locations, which really makes it easy for people in every corner of West Michigan to find you, even including that great location that's in Wyoming in the Metro Health Village. Easy to find right off M6.
Very easy to find. A lot of people have been enjoying coming from a great distance.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, this is really insightful. I mean, you are on the forefront of technology. I know that I even have family members that come to your office and have great things to say about what you're doing. So Terry, thank you so much for
You're welcome.
telling us
enjoy it.
about these opportunities.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
This is 8 West.